Hello. Hello. I think I got audio working. I don't know why. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Oh boy. Hopefully. Thank you. Hi, Paul. How's it going? Good to know that the audio is working. Best of luck. Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Who are you rooting for tonight, Paul? We got Ducks, Vegas, neither, both. Also, just I have to say this at the beginning. I'm going to say this every time. Howdy, how's it going, Redwood? Seth. This is there's about a 20-ish second delay between what I'm seeing and what you guys are seeing. So I'll see stuff, and then about 20 seconds later is when it comes through on the stream. I don't know how to fix that. Uh, I'm very, very new to this, and hey, we're here to just have fun. We're here to watch a hockey game together. You know, and hockey is fun. Let's keep it that way. The ending of the Montreal Buffalo game, Ducks boy, no worries. Hey, good hockey. Same. So Vegas fan, obviously, but I am a hockey fan first. So just like that's how I've always been. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm super into the Vegas Golden Knights in a borderline creepy way, but everyone's welcome here. So let's go. Let's have a good game. I am looking forward to seeing what Vegas can do to answer the speed of the Ducks. Uh, Montreal Buffalo just ended 5-1 Montreal. Stanley Cup, hands down, the best sporting event is the beginning, like the Stanley Cup playoffs. Round one has always been insane, I feel like. And there are a couple of years where the second and third rounds are less so, but it's always super hype. Grew up with Solani. Niedermeyer winning the cup and originally from Anaheim. Hey, that's fun. Hey, glad you're back in it. You know, granted, it's more expensive. We're here to watch Vegas go up 2-1 in this. Hey, Joseph, I would hope so. I don't know if Paul would agree with that, but let's go. Let's have a good game. Did anybody? All right. So, what were your guys' thoughts on Montreal Buffalo? Did you think they were going to tie up the series, or was it kind of shocking with a 5-1 game for you guys? Because I'm surprised it wasn't a little bit closer. But granted, game twos, Buffalo and Montreal. This series should be really really good. I have Nick Suzuki on my fantasy team, so that was helpful. But most of my players tonight are in Anaheim, Vegas. I had to adjust the scoreboard and add Anaheim. I think I got a good orange to go with it. I'm guessing here because I had to make it myself. So the score bug will be input manually by me, but um, we're gonna get going. Missed that one. Just caught the tail end. Yeah, I got home about an hour ago and put the kids down, put on the end of that game. Was mostly getting ready for this, but Buffalo and Montreal. I think it's been a fun series. I'm excited for both of these teams, right? Because either one of them is going one of them is going to the Eastern Conference Final no matter what, and it's either going to be the young up and coming Montreal Canadiens who had their playoff hopes stashed last year in the first round, and then they finally you know, are looking to get past that in Buffalo for the first time in 15 years. And I met someone today who's from Buffalo, and he's like, this is so exciting to just have playoff hockey again in my life after 15 years. So honestly, who do you think will win the series? The Ducks are much younger and faster. I don't bet. If I had to put $1 down and just like this is who I think is going to end up winning, I do think Anaheim's going to win. Vegas is struggling to adapt to Anaheim's speed. And I saw this in the beginning of the not Anaheim, Utah Vegas series, where Utah speed just killed Vegas, especially on man rushes the other way. And that being said, Vegas was very physical with them, and I don't really think I've seen that in the first two games as much as I did the last series. So wearing them down throughout the series, like there's a reason it's a best of seven, right? It's not happening as much with Anaheim. So it's interesting, and I wonder if it's because Anaheim is a little bit more beef compared to Utah. How do you think the Ducks could match up against the Avs? um, the Avalanche are interesting because I feel like they should be like with Vegas and Edmonton as far as like older team that's slowing down a little bit, but they're still in the tail end of their cup run window. And if Anaheim moves on and if Colorado moves on, I'm still putting that as an if. I know they're up to nothing in the series, but with Minnesota and you know, I don't know, I don't know. With that being the case, I can see it going one of two ways. Either Colorado continues to show their dominance, or it's a really close series that is gonna depend on a lot of puck luck and being in the right place at the right time. So we'll see. Surprised they didn't do the realm for Utah. Yeah, they're doing Forged in Gold this year, which is interesting. Um, it's is what it is. It's good to shake things up. I know. Oh, Carolina's hashtag previously was raise up or something, and now this year they're sound the siren. So input, huge Ducks fan. Glad finally see. Yeah, you guys. Honestly, I predicted in my season predictions that Anaheim was going to be pushing for a playoff spot. I did put Vancouver as third because I thought they'd bounce back, and with Quinn Hughes and Demko, if he was healthy. I don't know why I assumed Demko would be healthy because that's like uh, that was very not smart of me. But Anaheim, I predicted as being fourth. If you take out Vancouver, I could very easily have seen them like being basically how the division played out this year. But the fact that they were pushing for to win in the division so late into the season, I didn't think that either. Vegas and Colorado, I'm hoping it's Vegas and Minnesota as a because I want Minnesota's. Granted, the fans that I've met through my wife, um, we're huge Fleury fans, and the fact that he ended his career in Minnesota, she's had a kinship for the Wild since. But um, I don't know, Colorado. The fans on Twitter, X, whatever, and online are insufferable in general, and I know I can be too. But through my channel, I've met some fantastic Minnesota Wild fans. I didn't meet fantastic Colorado fans as much because the series against Colorado, I was a lot smaller. Like I'm still small. Like I've got like 1,200 subscribers that I'm super thankful for. However, when I first made my channel, it was the first season of the series against Colorado, and so it was small, so I didn't have those interactions, which is why I like I would be excited to see the Minnesota fan base again. Similar to Dallas, I know Vegas and Dallas tend to hate each other online, but I don't know. We'll see. Uh, Anaheim, they're a fun, exciting team. I've liked Mintikov. I know he requested a trade, which I think he probably rescinded, right? But your guys' decor is fantastic. Lacombe is a monster. Mintikov, and they're getting ready. They're showing uh, them gearing up for puck drop. And then the additions of Kreider and Truba are just puck drop. Here we go. Start of the game. Shout out from Missouri. Thank you. Signed Vegas Dude Lost in the Woods. Hey, I'm in Georgia, so I get it. Hated the Minnesota in that series. It was a good series. I live in Minnesota now, so a bit more personal. Yeah, 100%. And my clock is not going. So that's fun. We'll figure that out when we get there. Um, Also, I'm really sorry. I have ADHD, so I'm gonna try to like talk about what I'm seeing in the game, but talking to chat is also very fun. There, the clock started going. We'll see. Oh, hey, I hit stop and it ended at 1930. It was an icing on Vegas, I believe. So we'll start with the defensive zone draw. San Jose Sharks fan definitely getting up there with the Leafs, Avs, and Oilers fans. They're annoying. We'll see. Oh, jeez, I don't know what my clock is doing. Leafs fans can be annoying. That's what they. Yeah, I know. What is going on with my clock? Okay, I don't know what is happening. That's fine. I might have to refresh it anyway. Vegas collects the puck in their D zone. Eichel shoots it in, gets blocked by John Carlson. John Carlson as a pickup was huge for Anaheim. I didn't even think he was available, and we got Nick Dowd, and I was like, okay, capital selling. Hey, hi, Grandpa, Grandma. Thank you. Go Knights, go. Let's go. Goal! Shea Theodore. Let's go. Former Anaheim Duck. Oh, my kids are asleep. Holy moly. Sorry. Um, that's the guy I'm wearing. Shea Theodore. Shea Thea score. Let's go. 1-0 early. That's huge. That's huge. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's see. Vegas breaks in. Stone, a beautiful spinorama, slow spinorama feed. Eichel finds Theodore, and Cutter Gauthier can't break it up enough. Oh man. Let's go. Oh wow, he got there too. His stick was there. And Shea Theodore still got plenty of juice on that puck to send it into the back of the net. 1-0 early. Let's go. Vegas' goalie sends it around. It's into the neutral zone. There's a puck battle. Shea Theodore. Thank you, Anaheim. That honestly, him and William Carlson, I always look at every time we played the Ducks since we started, simply because of their connection to Anaheim, and it's always just that much more special scoring against a former team, right? Signature received personally in 2014. That's fantastic. Oh, Seattle Thunderbirds. I lived in Langley for a little bit, which is where he's from, according to his um, player profile. So I have that connection with him there. I've always appreciated him. He's my favorite player on the Knights. Um, let's go. Vegas' goalie plays it behind the net. Is that Dylan Coglin? I haven't looked. I'm so behind on what is actually happening. Dylan Coglin's in. I need to look at the rosters. Holy moly. Um, that's the only reason I have X, by the way, is because of Vegas Gold Knights updates and stuff. Vegas gets it out into the neutral zone. It's broken up. Ducks keep possession in the offensive zone, sending it around the net. Noah Hannafin gets it. He's attacked by Carlson. Ooh, dangerous hit by Kreider. Clean. Like it just dangerous. It could have ended up worse. John Carlson steps up wide, and it cycles out of the zone. Vegas collects. That's off. Gets it. Almost got Carlson, who whiffs on the puck. Marner behind the net. It squeaks out into the slot. Anaheim collects it, and they'll go the other way. Leo, Terry. Oh, did he get? The clock is still going, and it is off. Troy Terry is hurt. Did Vegas get him? I didn't adjust anything. I just got so caught up in the fact that we actually scored first. Yeah, Brett Howden to the box. Is that a hooking slash? How much time is left? I don't know. Add penalty 21, 2 minutes. 27. It's going to be off with as in regards to the amount of time on the power play because I can't go in and adjust that. Let's see. Danny Webster. Korzak is scratched. Honestly, yeah. Like Vegas shorthanded had a shot, nicked out over to Kolzar, but he could not a shot, but a chance. Couldn't get a shot off. Jackson McComb the other way. Honestly, I get the scratching of Korzak. He had a rough game. Although taking out another young player. Embellishment, he might have been on the ice for a while. I don't know. I didn't get a good look on it. I think if I'm a ref, I call that penalty 10 out of 10 times. Lacombe to Gauthier. Shot wide. Cycles around. What just happened? Gauthier. And it bounces out to Lacombe on the point. Over to Paling. Back to Lacombe. Over to Gauthier. It goes through him. Vegas is able to clear. 45 seconds left to go on the power play. Dylan Coughlin is still the only Vegas Golden Knight defenseman to ever score a hat trick, and he did so getting his first, second, and third career goals all in the same game. It's crazy. Oh, broken up. Vegas the other way. Is that Kolzar? No. Marner. Really good play, and puck is stopped. Offensive zone draw for Vegas while they're still shorthanded for another 19 seconds. I know my counter says 25, it's 19. Our penalty kill, honestly, like I know we haven't let Anaheim score, knocking on wood, so far in this series on the power play. Like it's been good, but man, against Utah, I didn't think it was that good. The Utah just did not convert on it, except for the one time, and that was a Dylan Gunther goal. Oh nope! Do not start the clock. Stop. Stop. I said stop. And Anaheim comes the other way. Terry over to Gauthier, up to Carlson. I think those are the people. No, that was not Carlson. That was Granlund. Vegas clears it, kills the penalty. All right. Wow. Yeah, I did not see that. Apparently, it's been known all day today that Torts was scratching Korzak for Coughlin, which is interesting. Oh, geez. Ben Hutton collects it, gets it out to the neutral zone. Anaheim recollects. I'm going to. Hart behind his net to play it. Sends it up around the boards. Cannot get it out. Trouba gets it deep. Vegas recollects, gets it out to the neutral zone. Tries to come the other way. Stone sends it in. Gets all the way deep. Does stall behind his net. Trouba. Eichel takes it. Theodore. Shot wide. McNabb. Back to the point. Eichel sends it up. McNabb's playing deep. Now Theodore's playing deep. He sends it around. Tries to get Barbashev. Anaheim intercepts it. They break out through the neutral zone and deep in. McNabb collects it in the corner. Anaheim grabs it. Paling back to the point. And Vegas blocks it. Mintyukov keeps it in. Stone now. Eichel, and they get to the neutral zone. Eichel sends it in deep, and they go for a change. I don't think. I think this is Dylan Coughlin's first playoff game. Anaheim, Leo. I've been calling it Leo, John, and Carlson for Vegas's Carlson, but oh, thank you all for being here. Appreciate all of you being in here. Uh, Freezing again. I'm so sorry. That's unfortunate. I need to figure out how to fix that. Is my audio coming through clear? It's just the video. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Um, I'm gonna close that. Let me see what else I can close. Okay. Let me know if my audio is lagging at all too, or if it's just the video that's lagging. What was I gonna look up? $11.57. Back to normal. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, shots are 2-3 in favor of Anaheim. Um, so far, kind of low action, which favors Vegas in my opinion, especially when they have the lead. Oh boy. Um, Getting that goal early was really important. Anaheim is hype. The fans in the Honda Center are bringing it, and we saw that in the series against the Oilers. That being said, Anaheim can turn this around on a dime. They're fast. They can carry momentum really well. Howden's hurt. He throws a hip check on Trouba in the corner, and that hurt him. He's not. That's not good. He's our leading playoff scorer. Vegas behind the net. They have the puck, and now they send it out. John Carlson collects in Anaheim zone. They send it up. It's tipped in deep. Vegas's goalie plays it around the corner. Hurdle gets it out. It's tipped down by Dorofeev. He just gets it deep. Hurdle collects it in the corner, battling with Mintikov, sends it around, misses Kolzar. Back to Theodore on the point, sends it back up. Hurdle. Back to McNabb. Shot blocked. And Anaheim clears. McNabb up to the middle. Anaheim takes it away. Here they come. Gauthier gets it deep. Battles with McNabb behind the net. Theodore grabs it. Tries to get it to Carlson. Granlund sweeps it away over to the opposite side. Kolzar bounces it off the glass and out to the neutral zone. Anaheim comes the other way. Cutter Gauthier sends it towards the net. Missed the Ducks player, but made its way to the goalie. Trouba shot wide. Lacombe shoves Kolzar. Oh. Dorofeev gets it out. Partial line change for Vegas. Now they'll go for the full change. Anaheim in their own zone. Trouba over to Lacombe. Sends it up to Leo. Stone tries to shovel it out, I believe. No, that was Coughlin, I think. Coughlin's being attacked. He gets it up. Marner in the neutral zone has it. Just taps it in the Anaheim zone, and Anaheim collects it, and they'll come back and attack. Paul Kariya, man, is one of the biggest what ifs in NHL history. If he didn't have the injuries that he had, like I've, I granted I wasn't the most avid. I didn't watch Paul Kariya play, but I've heard comparisons to offsides, um, to Yager, to Lemieux. I've heard comparisons to like all timers in the NHL, and just because of how short his career was, he's not he couldn't. I think it's kind of cool that his last name is Korea, which sounds like the country, which I speak Korean, so that's fun. I need to stop the timer. My goodness, I am so bad at that. Well, I'm figuring it out. I could get better. Um, Favorite duck of all time. This is not a question that's being asked. I'm just thinking about it. I would probably have to say Timu. Dude's a beauty, and the fact that he's still so involved with the organization is really really cool in my opinion. Yeah, I am streaming. Welcome, Blue White Flame. Um, I remember the first year that I was doing the nightly review, my channel. Max Comtois seemed to score every time he played against us. It was getting on my nerves that first season. It was crazy. Granted, the first season was the COVID season where we had only the in division battles, so we faced the Ducks 8 times that season. We faced every team that we played 8 times that season, right? 7, 8, 50. Yeah, I think so. We beat San Jose all 8 times, by the way. Um, and I remember facing Anaheim so much that like I was like, man. And that's when Fleury had the save on the goal line that kept it out. Used to be Ryan Kessler. Yeah, yeah. We don't talk about that. Corey Perry, interesting. See, he's a pest. He's either loved or hated in the league. And when I was first into it, I'm like, man, no. And then he was with Edmonton, and all the stuff happened there, and I'm like, still no. And now he's just like every old dude gets like their redemption arc. Anaheim, oh jeez. Ross Johnston was shoveling away. He like got 3, 4 good whacks at the puck in Hart's pads before Vegas finally shoved him out. Oh, 2, 3, 4. He was striving, but Anderson and Hannafin just laid down on the ice right in front of him. Washy drives and gets kind of taken away by Eichel. Eichel to power play for Anaheim. That's unfortunate. Vegas, they I this is so cliche. They need to stay out of the box. This is what gave they the Ducks all the momentum in game 2. Granted, like I don't know that they would have gotten the momentum anyway. But the fact that they gave them that many power play chances early in game 2, like killed their momentum, and they just never got it going after that again. Anaheim was, even though they didn't score on their power play, they took momentum from it and never looked back. I don't know. I think um, Washy kind of clamped down on Eichel's stick, but Eichel shouldn't have his stick there to begin with. It's one of those types of situations. Carlson on the point sends it over to Leo. So John to Leo, back to Granlund, sends it up to Leo, and Vegas breaks it up. They'll send it all the way down. Dostal behind his net will stop it. Minute and a half left on Anaheim's power play. Marner forechecking. John leaves it for, is that Leo? Leo being hounded. Marner takes it away. Ice and ref and Duck fall to the ice. Anaheim keeps possession. John shot behind the net, and Leo drops it off for Granlund over to Terry. Makes its way back to John to Leo. John on the point. Over to Leo. Winds up. Save. And Vegas can't clear. Leo sends it back up to John at the point. Just sends it deep, and it bounced off of like 3 different shin pads And Vegas' goalie stays aware of the puck, gets it out of there. Marner grabs it, and he's able to clear. He's going for it with a skate. He pulls up, drops it. McNabb, shot. Goal! Shorthanded goal! Braden McNabb! No way! Let's go! Vegas fans in Anaheim. Hey, there were some fans that were in neutral colors, so maybe there were Knights fans that were cheering behind the fans dressed in all Vegas garb that were cheering. Mitch Marner, he could have just dumped it and then gone for a change, but he went up the ice, skated with it, drops it as other Knights make it their way out. Oh, Dostal. Oh no, my dude, that was a terrible goal to let up. He like miffed it with his like I don't know. He tried to get it and he just couldn't. That was not good. I'm ahead of time with the clock. That's the third shorthanded goal of the playoffs. Our penalty kill has scored 3 times, and they have allowed 1 goal. Lacombe wide, full strength. Anaheim's up to 8 shots. Vegas is up 2-0. Oh, here we go. Ah, too far ahead of him. Sissons. Dostal was able to play it. He sends it up into Killorn. Vegas needed to get back, and they did. Eichel strips it and tries to rip it out, but can't completely do it because Seneca keeps it in. Coughlin with Seneca. Seneca around the net, back to the point. Trouba slaps it. Rebound into the corner. Vegas can't clear. Granlund. Now Vegas will clear. Tried to force a pass up to Barbashev, couldn't make it to him. Anaheim comes the other way. And Vegas' goalie will glove it. Oh my goodness, we are up 2-0 early in Anaheim. Marner's third short-handed primary assist. It was Brett Howden's double overtime game-winning goal, which was a primary assist. What was the? It would have also been. Oh man, my memory is killing me right now. Mitch Marner is elite, eh? What a pickup! Oh boy. Hmm. Makes you want. I've seen him perform just fine in the playoffs. I know that's cheeky against Toronto. Marner with the puck will try to lift it over to Carlson. Doesn't quite do it. Howden gets possession of it though. Looks like he's good to go after his. He was feeling it after trying to do a hip check on Trouba. Kreider has the puck intercepted. Marner. Oh my goodness, Carlson. Dostal played it really well. He came out to meet him there, and Carlson wasn't able to pull up on it. Marner sends it around. Anderson fakes the slap, sends it around. Noah Hannafin. Carlson sends it around. Is that Marner again? And Dorofiev can't get stick on it. Icing. 2 goals on 3 shots. Wow. I'm speechless. This is not how I thought the beginning of this game would go. I call me pleasantly surprised. William Karlsson has been revolutionary to have back on this team. I think Vegas' penalty kills, they are. The penalty kill scored 3 goals, and we've only allowed 1 power play goal the entire playoffs. Vegas' penalty kill is outscoring the opponent's power play. What a time to be alive, eh? I was definitely not saying this game too. Paling has it. Anaheim is coming the other way. McNabb. Oh, Paling kept it, and Paling missed the shot. Here comes Vegas. Hurdle just gets it deep, and he still gets there first. Mintikov kind of let up there as he was waiting to see where the puck would bounce to. Seneca beats Coughlin with the puck as Anaheim enters the zone. Vegas will grab it back, and they get it to neutral ice. Ben Hutton. Um, Marner to Howden for the first shorthanded wrister in Game 4 to make it 2-0. Yeah, good eye, shiny Wintertide. Um, Mitch Marner, 3 primary shorthanded assists. That is insane. This is the best Vegas has looked all series. And they're being outshot 10-3. um, wow. This is oh boy. Oh boy. That's the thing too. That was a simple play. Vegas Anaheim had a ton of offensive zone pressure that lasted for a good like 40 seconds. And so the first inclination for me as a penalty killer is once you get possession of the puck, ripping it down the ice. But instead, Marner decides to go for a skate, gets into the offensive zone, sees help coming, drops it for Braden McNabb, and Braden McNabb, I swear, every time he does a toe drag and shoots it, it goes in. He has these beautiful goals as a defensive defenseman. Every single one of them, his is like elite. That was actually the most regular goal I've ever seen Braden McNabb score. And it was so good. The Ducks, no, 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 no. This game is far from over. Um, Vegas was up 3-0 against Utah, allowed 2 goals in 29 seconds, and then 2 more to be down 4-3. Forced their way to come back and then end up winning that game in overtime. But no, 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 no. No. Do not let off the gas. I, I, uh, I just, yeah, don't want to invoke the universe's special powers. Final score predictions. Yeah, everyone, what's your final score predictions? Before this game started, I thought to myself, hey, this game's probably going to go to overtime. I'm hoping not, because I would like to go to bed at a somewhat terrible time instead of a completely terrible time. And so if it's 5-3 final with the Vegas win, I will take that 100%. At empty netter, yeah, that would be fantastic. Um, because of my feeling before, I'm gonna have to say 4-3 overtime victory. Yeah, whatever. I'll take what. Well, because I started the clock late, me letting it run for a bit didn't kill me. Barbashev with the puck in the defensive zone. Stone flips it out, and he then sends it in. Eichel doing half of the splits to try to stay on side, and icing from Anaheim. I hope it stays low. Yeah, I mean, it would stay in line with the series so far, right? 5-3 Vegas. You know, since two of you are saying that, I Dostal will want that one back. Braden McNabb, that man, good. Just getting it on net, that was fantastic. And his smile after that, that was so good. I love that. Shea Theodore getting the opener is great. Braden McNabb shorthanded, that's insane. The only thing more fitting would be a William Carlson goal in this game, unless we're able to shut them out and have Shea Theodores be a game winner, and then William Carlson also gets a game winner in the series. Go Vegas Golden Knights, go! Thank you, Alex. Let's go. Go Knights, go! Truba waiting for a change for his team. Feel like we would have been out in the first without yeah. Brett Howden and Mitch Marner. Well, okay. I honestly, okay. The game one, since Eichel hasn't looked like himself since the Olympic break. To be honest, in the Olympics he looked like Jack Eichel, but I haven't really seen him take over at any point since then, and we really need him to step up his game. Um, I say as we're in the second round and tied series 1-1 up to nothing. But yep, scores 2-0. This is the most. This has been like the best Vegas has looked all series. Coughlin sends it on. Dostal had trouble with the rebound. Ref blew a whistle though. We're going to the power play. Lacombe to the box for what? Elbowing. Okay. All right. Let's go power play, eh? I don't know. Yeah, like he has his elbow in Hurdle's head. There wasn't a lot of force there, but like he held his elbow there. I don't know. I think that's kind of a flimsy call, but like Hurdle didn't try to sell that or anything. I don't know. I don't know. Like technically, that's the correct call. I just have seen worse things let go in the playoffs. Oh boy. All right. Jack Eichel. Marner sends it to the corner. Eichel being hounded by Mintyukov. Mintyukov gets it over to Truba. Truba sends it down the ice. No, kept in. Eichel, Dorofeev, shot. Wide. Or that hit pipe. Stone's hurt now. He's going down the tunnel. Hurdle kept it in. Eichel sends it back to Dorofeev. Sends it. What happened to Stone? Beautiful heads up play from Eichel to get that to Dorofeev. Theodore had a slapped her out of play. I don't know, man. That wasn't much. And Mark Stone had to go down the tunnel. He probably just went down because it's close to the end of the period. This is me thinking as an optimist. Hopefully that's why he just went down the tunnel. But like, I don't know, man. I've seen Stone like have like nothing burgers happen to him, and he is injured and out for a bit. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully he's able to come back in this game and be effective as Mark Stone is as this defensive takeaway wizard. Yeah, I know. Random nothing play, not much contact, and it just pulls something. For his last name Ian Stone, he really is more indicative of glass. And I wish people would actually treat him as that, as an injury prone player made of glass, and not as someone who's faking a spleen laceration, two back surgeries, and all this other stuff. Like, okay, I'm working myself up talking to nobody. Um, I tend to do that. Ask my wife. I'll get angry for no reason, talking myself through fake arguments that are just happening. She rolls her eyes. Marner, it's loose. Goal. Let's go. Mitch Marner, power play goal. No way. Oh no. I no, they're not mercy ruling it. Sissons sends it towards the slot. Marner grabs it, and it's still loose. Dostal can't find it. Dorofeev taps it to Marner. Heads up tap from Dorofeev to get it just back to Marner. Fantastic. Maybe it was luck. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't care. It's in the back of the net. Vegas goes into first intermission up 3-0 with goals from both of their special teams. A shorthanded goal from Braden McNabb from Mitch Marner, a power play marker from Mitch Marner from Pavel Dorofeev, and Shea Theodore opening it up at the very beginning of this game. Let's go. What a period. That is the best period Vegas has played against Anaheim out of the 7 they played. Every Leaf fan's wrong immediately. See, that's the thing. I don't want to dunk on Leaf fans because, like, they had points, right? They got the first pick. Yeah, so they got the first round pick for, because we sent them Nick Waugh and they sent Nick Waugh to Colorado. They got more than nothing from for Mitch Marner. You know, they didn't get nearly what he was worth. And Mitch Marner is having himself a game. Let's go. The first overall pick you're talking about, yeah. The lottery pick. What did y'all think about the draft lottery? This game is the opposite of game 2 for both. Yeah. Except the end of 1. It was what 0-0 still. Anaheim didn't score until the second period. This is the most lopsided the scoreboard has been so far in the series because Brett Howden scored first for Vegas in game 1 to in the middle of the second period, right? I'm gonna fact check all this because I could just be spouting off nonsense that is completely false. Let's see. So Vegas won game 1 3-1. Hey, both of the other games, it's only taken 3 goals to win for the winning team. So we're done, right? This is the end. No, Brett Howden early in the second period gets the Vegas Golden Knights on the board, and then all 3 of the other goals came at the end of the third period. Stone looked like he pulled up, grabbed something. Best first period of that. Yeah, I do like soda. It's honestly so unfortunate how much I like soda. I switched to the zero sugar one, um, and honestly, like I've noticed a bit of a difference, you know, but and then Anaheim scored about halfway through the second period, and then 3 goals in the third period. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. That was gross. I can't believe I did that. I'm tired. I am so tired. Let's go. Um, the only thing I'm concerned about so far is Mark Stone, right? Mark Stone is he was the engine that made our power play cook, and without him, we struggled at all to do anything on our power play. But Mitch Marner took that role, I guess. Um, the gripes that Maple Leafs fans had with Mitch Marner not performing in late games in the series, I'm feeling. I live in Georgia, the state of Georgia, and so it's 10:30 here, and I was with my kids all day today, and it's great. I love them. They are just very energetic, so that's good. But also, gets 10:30 at night, and I'm almost 30, so I'm tired. But hoping Mark Stone is good. Hopefully, he just it was like just a minor tweak, and he's able to come back. Yeah, seriously, Mark Glass. I don't. He just he. I don't know, man. Mark Crumble. He just brittle. He yeah. I just wish other people, other fan bases, other people that are as chronically online as I am, that are hockey fanatics, would actually treat him as that instead of faking injuries. Anyway, I do drink soda, yes, and it's supposed to help, right? The caffeine. We'll see how much it's able to help. Shots are Anaheim has 11, Vegas has 7. Um, but the score is 3-0. Vegas didn't dominate that period, but they capitalized on the chances that they had. They Shea Theodore early got us going, and then shorthanded Mitch Marner. Just such a wise decision to skate up the ice with the puck and um, drop it for Braden McNabb. And then on the power play with like 4 seconds left to go in the period. And that's the thing about power plays that overlap with the intermission for me. I really hope you score on whichever side of it has more time, right? Because then having a very truncated power play is not really, you don't even have time to get set up or get going or anything. And so it kind of loses its danger dangerousness. They gave Vegas the shot back. The new shot statistics, it's a very interesting thing because the shot, the way that it always has been, soda, Pepsi Zero sugar free. What I'm drinking right now is Mellow Yellow, not sponsored by the way. Mellow Yellow zero sugar. And so if you like Pepsi, hey, that's great. I my Kroger that I shop at, usually that's the only time I really buy soda. It's when they do buy two get three free of the 12 packs, which they're like $12 like per pack normally. And so I'm like, okay, well I can't do that. So when they have that, I'm paying $24 for 5 pack, 12 packs, right? Which would average to, I can do math, a little less than, so about $5 per pack after tax, which is reasonable, I guess. But yeah, that's about the only time I do it. So shot statistics have changed. They've gotten a lot more strict with counting shots. So they have basically what it is in the rule book. Because as I'm an off ice official for my Federal Prospects Hockey League team, my local team in the FPHL, which is single A professional. It's if the goalie wasn't there and the puck would have went in, that's a shot on net. So if the goalie makes a save, but it's outside of the net, like if it, so let's say here's the post, and on this side is in the net, and this side is out. The goalie's pad goes out and it hits the pad that's outside of the post. Technically, even though the goalie made contact with the puck, it's not a save because it was never a shot that was going to go into the goal. Which you get into the weirdness of like trying to bank it off the goalie and stuff. Because if you're behind the net and the goalie's not there, then it wouldn't be a shot either. but then it bakes off the goalie, and then it goes back, and then it's a shot. Just that was fantastic puck luck from Vegas. And Dostal is not as sharp today. This is how he was looking against Anaheim in their round one series. But I'll take it. Vegas, just like um, was mentioned earlier by Blue White Flame, I believe, you just cannot let their foot off the gas, right? No, Joseph said this. Sorry, Joseph, you said this. Cannot let their foot off the gas. Oh boy, Mitch Marner is carrying my fantasy team to start this game today. Oh boy, Vegas Golden Knights defense, Utah Mammoth last month ago, 4-2. Um, let's see. Not sure that I quite understand. Let me try to see what we're talking about here. They won game one, 4-2, right? Game four, they won 5-4. Second start soon. Yep, they're gearing up to start the second intermission, second period. Let's see. We've got about 6 minutes left in intermission. Call me Mellow Yellow. Man, I really wish they had sold NASCAR fan here. The Kyle Larson throwback to the Mellow Yellow diecast that he did, calling it back to Kyle Petty, right? I wish they had made that. That was such a beautiful scheme. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can pull it up here. I don't know how to project my screen onto this either. Uh, from Darlington 2015. That scheme was beautiful. Man, that was over 10 years ago. That's crazy. So I'm pulling up Dylan Coughlin's stats, and I think this is his first playoff game in the NHL. Because it's not giving me an option to look at playoff statistics. So hey, that's great. He got into 3 games this year. I do not remember him playing this year. He had 0 points in 3 games this year. Was a +1. Had 1 penalty. Had 2 shots on goal and 7 shot attempts. 4 blocks, 4 hits. How is his uh, Henderson? statistics. I do drink soda. Mellow Yellow, I don't drink a ton of, but I got it this last time that I got soda. So with Henderson, he had 44 points in 62 games. That's not bad for a defenseman. That's pretty decent in the AHL. And he had one assist in the three playoff games that Henderson has played that he was in. So that's good. I am trying. Yeah, I don't think he's never played an NHL postseason game. So hats off to him on making his postseason debut. I need to make sure I remember that. For that's crazy to me. You know what? I hope Dylan Coughlin scores goal, and I hope it's against Anaheim. I have to specify because we've had what, four defensemen score goals against us so far in the playoffs, or is it only three? Rasmus Anderson, I know, Caden Korzak, and is it Rasmus Anderson twice? I don't or was it Shea Theodore? Off of Shea Theodore and in. I can think of three. I thought there might have been one more, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, hopefully, I would love to see Dylan Coughlin score a playoff goal tonight against Santa. I'm not trying to get greedy or anything, but I will take a Vegas win, no matter how it looks. If we win 3-0, great. If we win 3-2, great. If we win 10-9, great. But a Vegas win is what I want tonight. I also hope it's good hockey, but Vegas win. You know that saying, they don't ask how, they ask how many? It's true about the playoffs. Everything else, I disagree. But let's go. This is hype. This is so good. Up three. I honestly still can't believe that we're up 3-0. I think honestly the biggest difference is the fact that we scored early. I think it just kind of shook up Anaheim a little bit for their first home game in the second round in Vegas's franchise existence. By the way, this is the first time they've had a home game in the second round since Vegas has entered the league. Um, Shea Theodore scoring first against them early in this game, I think just really helped so that even though Anaheim technically has outplayed us by outshooting us 11-8 and whatnot, um, it's been like they're out shooting us. It's been decent throughout. I do not know who these broadcasters are that they have. Who do they normally go for? Randy Hahn, Kenny Shelley, and then Chris. I don't know who these people are. I hope Vegas wins. Let's go. Marner taunting a fan. That was oh no! They switched out Billy Huso. Billy Huso is in, and that's going to start the second period. Dostal has not been great this period, and honestly, you need to wake up Anaheim if you're Coach Q. And so I Dostal, I think is the better goaltender. I think Huso is capable, and if it'll wake up his team, I think that's what you got to go for. So Ville Huso's in net. Leo with the puck in his defensive zone gets it over to Lacombe. Lacombe at the blue line dumps it deep. Brady McNabb behind the net will battle with Lacombe. Shea Theodore now takes it away behind the net. Tries to get it up, but it's broken up. And now it's out into Barbashev collides with Lacombe. They both fall to the ice as they're trying to fight for the puck. Lacombe got up. Barbashev did not. Vegas player just fell onto the ice, which will mean that Seneca beats the icing. Mark Stone's still not there. That's what I think I just heard. Mintyukov sends it back. John Carlson keeps it in. Vegas, Dorofiev gets the puck, and he gets it out. Jack Eichel battling for it. Killorn. Now Vegas enters. Barbashev drops it. Shea Theodore tries to get it to Eichel. Eichel in the corner. Now behind the net. Feeds it back to the point. Coughlin sent it on. It was blocked in front. Dorofiev tried to drag the puck in. Ben Hutton up to Eichel. Eichel, Dorofiev, and Barbashev. So Doro gets the call back up to play with Eichel and Barbashev, with Stone being out of the lineup. Yeah, new goalie for Anaheim. Ville Husso is capable. I think Dostal's the better goalie overall, but he did not have a good first period. And I think this is a completely reasonable change for him, for Anaheim to be making right now. Let's go. I hope Vegas wins. Hines sends it up. Hutton sends it around. Coughlin tries to get it up to Cole Smith. This brings me back to what I was Vegas icing. What I was trying to mention earlier. So Marner playing as well as he has, with Eichel not playing as well. I do think that he and Howden have been extremely solid and two of Vegas' best player performers. That being said, throughout the first round, I do think our fourth line was a huge factor. And not only their games, but also the penalties that they committed. Back after walking the dog. Old iPod from 2007 the other day. Honestly, yeah. Lacombe sends it on. It's broken up. I miss when things weren't necessitated to have internet. So, for example, games and all that jazz, when you have to download different things to get a game to actually work, um, and waiting for all these updates. I miss the days of just being able to get a completed game. And having music. Have you been able to get new songs onto the iPod? The problem that I would face would be new songs. I feel like have taken up a lot more space, and so you need to find a way to condense those into smaller files to be able to fit onto the smaller storage capacities onto an old iPod. I had a second generation iPod Nano. Noah Hannafin sends it deep. Anderson activating, sends it behind the net. William Karlsson. Vegas in the offensive zone, by the way. Hurdle. Wheels around. Sends it to no one on the opposite side. Anaheim will collect it and get it out. Terry, Scary Terry, heading to Japan. Hey, Japan, that'll be fun. Well, it's for family stuff. Hopefully, you're able to enjoy your time there. Uh, Launched games on the internet to make them play offline. That, yeah. Honestly, finding games nowadays that can play offline portably is rough unless you have an older. I still have my. Ooh, Marner just got lit up by Ross Johnston, but he popped back up. It was a clean open ice hit that looked heavier than I think it actually was. But wow, yeah, that's playoff hockey for you. Modded yours to use it like an SD card to replace the. Yeah, okay, that's nice. I would need to replace the battery on the iPod Nano that I have if I were to try to use it again. Anaheim shot from the point, blocked behind the net. Marner gets it out to the middle. Eichel sends it up, tipped in by whoever Vegas had at the red line. Anaheim collects, reloads. Seneca broken up. Barbashev back for Sissons. Broken up the other way. Killorn over to Seneca. Seneca pulls up. Stays in the neutral zone as Anaheim tries to get a switch. Vegas. Coglin to Sissons. Sissons behind the net. Skates around. Oh, missed whoever was in the slot. Coglin keeps it alive. Over to Barbashev. Barbashev, it's blocked. And here comes Anaheim. VL offsides. Oh, boy. Yes, Dostal got pulled, and it's Huso in net. Um, I agree with the decision. Anaheim, I think um, Dostal just had a rough period. Oh, Shea Theodore got hit by the puck, with the puck in the mouth, and so now he is going down to get repairs on his mouth. Big hit from Ross Johnson on Mitch Marner in the open ice. Clean hit, big hit. It's the playoffs. Marner bounced right back up. So hopefully, no impact. Although Stone has gone off for injury, and now Shea Theodore took a puck to the mouth. I and icing on Vegas. So Anaheim will have an offensive zone draw. No shots so far. We're over 5.5 minutes into the second period, and we have no shots on goal. Either team does. So Huso, in my opinion, from what I can remember, is a very capable goalie to have backing up. And I think he can. Honestly, it just Dostal had a rough period, and Anaheim can swing momentum back. Um, Dostal is the better goalie overall, but he didn't have it today, and so I get switching to Stone's back on the bench. Let's go. Oh, Dowd. There was an opportunity for Vegas to do something they couldn't get a shot off. Huso just shoved Dowd away. That was funny. That's something that Hill does a lot when he plays. Here's Granlund. Shot, save, Vegas' goalie. Granlund sends it around. Anaheim flubs the shot from. It would have been a weird angle. Dowd gets hit by Lacombe. Marner gets it up the ice. And too short for an icing. Trouba is hounded by Howden. Lacombe gets the puck up through neutral ice. Troy Terry pulls up in the offensive zone, gets it over to Anaheim. Puck's loose. Shea Theodore pounces on it. Good, because Scary Terry was right there, and he would have had an open net to shoot on. Leo Carlson in the neutral zone sends it deep. Vegas' goalie behind it tries to slow it down, does not do it. Shea Theodore to McNabb, and Vegas will break out into the neutral zone. Anaheim creates a turnover and comes the other way. Leo, shot blocked. Barbashev gets it up, misses Eichel by an inch or two. Huso plays it, and Vegas will just collect it back in their own end. And they cannot connect on a pass, leading to a turnover. Anaheim comes the other way. Gauthier, shot, saved by Vegas' goalie. Anaheim turns, goes the other way. Battle in the corner. Lacombe dances the line with it. And Paling barely kept that in. Lacombe playing deep. Gauthier to the slot. Paling cannot get a shot off. Gauthier and Barbashev will backhand bounce it off the glass into the neutral zone. And Vale, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Terry. It's called Scary Terry in sports. Every Terry. Who is it? The Commanders player for the NFL, Scary Terry. It's just such a good nickname for any Terry. Huso sends it back around. Anaheim breaking out. Oh, hey, there have been shots. And all the madness that's happened over. Oh, Sissons, short break. Save, Huso. He looked behind him. Really good opportunity for Vegas there. Oh, man. Ville Huso's mask is immaculate. Huso looked behind him, but it was in his pads. Really good save from Huso. Sissons had a breakaway chance. So that'll add a shot to Vegas' counter. Ville Huso's mask. I need to switch back to live so the score bug is bigger. So let's look at Ville Huso's stats this year. 884 is not good in 20 games played in the NHL. The goals against average of 325, not good. But a 10-8-2 record. That's not bad. That's a winning percentage, right? Is the NBA confirmed expanding to Las Vegas? I know that there were rumors about that last week. I didn't know that anything was confirmed yet. Need three more. Yeah, what's up? How's it going? If they get three more, I'm. um, I saw that the PWHL was expanding to Detroit, right? And that makes sense. Man, I am freezing again. Yeah, nope, it just showed up on my end. Anytime I have another window open, let's see. Seattle and Vegas most likely. For the NBA expansion, yeah, I agree that those are the most likely. Do you think they revive the name Supersonics? Because uh, also, I would love to. I think they should. Uh, Ville Huso's mask is so good. It's clean. It's the duck bill mask, the goalie mask, but on like real goalie, like a modern goalie mask. It's really really cool. Vegas is breaking the other way. They dropped the puck again. Anaheim collects it. I believe that was Gauthier playing catch with sends it across. That would have been Seneca. I still don't have a full grasp of Anaheim's lines yet. Theodore. Marner! Goal! Mitch Marner! Dude! And if you're not, there's another live stream going on by a channel much bigger than mine. that is very Leafs heavy. They're the Steve Dingle Podcast Network, and yeah, he Adam Wild is streaming this series specifically, Anaheim versus Vegas, and so he's got to see all this. This is fantastic. Oh boy, Vegas in transition. Shea Theodore, Mitch Marner, fantastic goal, fantastic play. Let's go. Get in the zone. Auto zone. 4-0. Okay. Cannot let our foot off the gas. We are not even halfway through this hockey game yet. Anything can happen. Please. Like this game is not over. I know it's 4-0, but like he jumped off for the first. Yeah, I know. He picked Edmonton. And I'm like, okay, whatever, man. And then one of their producers, Maddie, or I don't know if that's her role specifically, but she picked the Ducks. Yeah, and then he jumped back on, of course. And Jesse Blake also picked Anaheim to beat Vegas. Steve picked Vegas in six, and I think he was like leaning Vegas in his preview. He talked about how he was leaning Vegas, and then they heard that it was we were getting William Carlson back, so he picked Vegas in six because he loves Mitch Marner, right? Toronto was an issue for Marner. I don't know what the issue was, man, because Marner has been. So here's the thing: Toronto's critics of Marner specifically, like the Torontonian critics of Mitch Marner and his game in the playoffs, were that through games 1 through 4, he would put up so many points, and this is game 3, right? So it doesn't count towards rewriting the narrative that Marner's bad and the later parts of playoff series because for Toronto specifically, they went to the final game of a best of whatever series because of course we can't forget the 2020 bubble playoffs where it was best of 5 for the play-in round that Toronto lost in. They technically didn't make the playoffs although they had playoff statistics, right? And Marner did not perform in games 5, 6 and 7 according to the stat sheet, right? But Mitch Marner, dude, I was so in the man, let's go. Halfway through the game, Vegas is up 4-0 against the Anaheim Ducks. Um, let's go. I can't believe it. I really saw this game going completely differently. So far, the series has felt completely different. This is the most wide open it's been, and it's benefiting Vegas. That doesn't make sense. Anaheim's the faster team. I really think the key to this series is going to have to be Vegas scoring early, taking that momentum, and running with it. Marner hat trick. Let's go, please. Mark Stone with a okay, they're showing his injury and how he went down the tunnel and tweaked something in his back or something. And now we don't see him on the bench when they come back from that. But he was back. This game is magic. Magic Marner. Dowd gets kicked from the dot. Sissons comes in. Sissons versus Paling. And Sissons will win it. Back to the point. Coglin over to Hutton. Hutton sends it on. It's blocked and out of play. They might regret losing that first game a lot. Yeah, this is the first game that we have not been dominated. It's also the first game that we have had complete control over, right? Games 1 and 2, Anaheim was the better team. They played so much better than Vegas. The fact that we squeaked out that victory in game 1 was miraculous off of the weird non icing call. And that is puck sent into the netting out of play. Vegas' goalie played on his head, and it's what we needed him to do. Anaheim's player on I see that's the thing. On the comments of that video, a lot of people were disagreeing with it being an icing. I still think it was technically an icing. It should have been or whatever. even though Lacombe kind of decided to play Eichel more, Eichel kind of let up. It depends on which angle you look at, and the angle that the ref had is the one that one angle showed that like explains why he waved off the icing, in my opinion, even though I think it was technically the incorrect call. However, Anaheim stopped playing, and no excuses for that. They're fixing the patch in the ice right now, and so that's entirely on them, and they still lost that game. It was not refs or whatever. It was Anaheim lost that game, right? And that was a huge goal for them to allow. Oh boy, they're going to completely regret losing that game because assuming this game goes the way that it has trended so far, Vegas will have taken home ice advantage back just like that. And even if they come out of this tied 2-2, like the being in Anaheim, and we go back to Vegas tied 2-2, that's so much worse for Anaheim. 0 for 4 on the power plays, missed wide open net several times, not just in game one, but also in game two. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like in game one, I thought it was their inexperience showing. I thought it was because, they're like they had the first round, yeah, against Edmonton. But in my opinion, they're still like new to playoffs, and the deeper it gets and all these things, and it was similar to Utah, how out the gate Utah was hot, and then throughout the series they kind of faded. I thought they made a lot of rookie mistakes in game one, um, and then they failed to take advantage of their power plays in both games one and two. But in game two, they were able to squeak out the win. Not squeak out. They um, like Vegas had the defensive lapse that left Seneca wide open in front of the net, and then Rasmus Anderson just terrible on that back check that gave them the 2-0 lead, and there was no way Vegas was going to score twice before regulation was over. Oh, 8 minutes left to go in the second period. Vegas gets the puck out of their defensive zone. It's in the neutral zone right now. Leo Carlson sends it back in his zone where I don't know who that is. Minchikov battling with Dowd in the corner. Dowd pokes it out. Cole Smith, it's off the side of the net. Back to Ben Hutton. I saw the 7 and assumed it was Theodore, but I forgot. Sissons and sends it back. No one was on the point ready for it. Vegas' D pairs did switch off, so now Shea Theodore and McNabb are out there. Yeah, I don't know why. Like the Ducks are gonna get the pass because it was one play that happened right after they scored or whatever when they failed to take advantage of all the other stuff, and like they let off, right? Which I've seen people. Oh, Vegas, couple shots there. It's Dorofiev, Eichel, and Barbashev. Eichel with the puck sends it back to Barbashev behind the net. Barbashev cycles it back to Eichel, who's behind the net now. Sends it back to the point. McNabb shot. Double deflected. McNabb shot from the center. It's loose. Barbashev tries to get it. He's shoved off by Paling. Puck is still loose. Here's Troy Terry the other way. Ducks could have a 4-on-2. Vegas is getting back. Paling sends it back. Man, did not connect on that pass. Anaheim still has possession. Trouba on the point. Back to Lacombe. Lacombe dances the line, sends it, and it gets blocked into the corner. Trouba shot, save. Washi behind the net. Sends it back. Theodore and McNabb have been out there for almost 2 minutes. Lacombe shot, swallowed up by Vegas' goalie, and will stop play. Oh, boy. Barbashev deflected it. Huso made the save, and he had 2 more good whacks at the puck, but could not get it over Huso's pad. They couldn't score on a 5-on-3. They didn't even shoot the puck on the 5-on-3. Vegas' penalty kill was playing back, letting them do whatever they wanted. And They clogged zones. They got in front of lanes and whatnot. But like Anaheim didn't take a shot. I don't know. I was confused by it. They won that game anyway. Didn't matter because really at the playoffs it does not matter. Statistics of the game do not matter. The only thing that matters, the only statistic that matters, is whether you won or lost. That's it. It was a double mind. Yeah, I man, seeing Coach Q get that animated after Vegas scored a goal after the quote unquote miss icing, I was like, okay, sure, I get it. Get mad at your team first. Like, I don't know. He's the coach. I don't know. Seattle Supersonics NBA expansion. Yeah, Seattle and Vegas would be my choices for the NBA coming back. If the NHL were to expand, uh, I think the first two teams are going to be Houston and Atlanta. I I if I were saying preference, I would probably say Arizona and Atlanta. Um, Simply because I miss the Coyotes, and also it would just fit with me miss it. Like I would miss another NHL team because I would be leaving Georgia, and then to who knows where yet. I don't know. But like my wife is going to graduate with her PhD, and we'll probably not. We might say we might not. But like the moment we would be leaving would be the season before Atlanta would get a team back, and so it would make sense to me because that's what's happened everywhere I've lived. I left Vegas, and the next year they got their team after being born and raised there. Like I came back and visited, and I was in Utah, and so I was down and involved in. I still went to a game Vegas' inaugural season, but like I didn't live there anymore. And then I left Utah, and the next year they got the team, and I was like, of course. And so it just makes sense that I'll leave Georgia and Atlanta will get their team back. The NBA returning to Seattle would be fantastic. The Pacific Northwest, like I know that Portland is there, but like the Vancouver Grizzlies, I really wish that they had succeeded in Vancouver or whatever. Um, I know Memphis is probably glad to have them, but like, granted, this is also me not following the NBA very much. See, that's the thing. I don't think the Thrashers failed because of fan support. I think it was completely on ownership, and Anaheim had a shot. Who is that? It's Harkins, Harkins. I think. I think they would succeed. I don't know. The problem with NHL expansion that I'm facing is that next expansion draft, Vegas would definitely be eligible to be having players taken from them. And I think because of how long it would have been between Seattle's, that they would probably also be eligible for it to be taken. Here comes Anaheim the other way. Troy Terry on the point is stopping and going against Hurdle. Uh, Eichel. McNabb tries to get it out. Kept in. Anaheim over to Lacombe. Shot. It's loose. Can't bounce on it. And Leo Carlson. Shot. Denied. Eichel with the puck. And Vegas will clear the zone. Out of deserving markets, Houston is probably the most deserving. Um, because they haven't had one before, and so like we don't know or whatever. But Atlanta is such a huge. Oh joy! Anaheim stick broke. Like the defenseman catching a pass. Who is that? Hines. His stick just broke. The blade completely came off. But it doesn't matter. Anaheim is able to keep possession. Seneca's shot was blocked. Kolzar skates with it behind the net. Sends it over to Eichel. Eichel airmails it, and no icing. John Carlson back with it. We'll send it over to his deep. That pickup from Anaheim of John Carlson was so fantastic. Team's blocking mentality over the years, 100%. The reason I started shot blocking in pickup hockey was because I wanted to channel my inner Alec Martinez. And Alex Petrangelo, Braden McNabb, they were also very big in shot blocking. I didn't think I saw that much under Bruce Cassidy this season specifically. And since losing Martinez, Petro, and McNabb is still there, whatever. Yeah, shots I'm behind on. Um, and then I feel like it's really picked up under Torts. Uh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe statistics would show that Vegas is blocking shots all season, and I just didn't notice it as much. It just felt like whatever. William Carlson back to Marner. Marner, no way. Hat trick. Let's go. Mitch Marner. Let's go. There are some hats being thrown. Let's go. No way. That is the least energized I've ever seen a player scoring a hat trick. It makes it 5-0. That Vegas hounding them on the forecheck. William Carlson behind the net. Sends it back for Marner. Marner just wheels, sends it on. Oh, Huso. Huso. Ville Huso. How did that get through you, dude? That is terrible. Oh, my goodness. There's no way that goal should have gone in. You were hugging the post, and you let off enough that right as Marner sends it in, it goes in for his fifth career hat trick, his first in the postseason. I am stunned, as is every fan in the Honda Center. Oh, Sissons kind of skated into that, but he got cross checked from behind. But I am so glad I started Mitch Marner in fantasy today. VL cross check Sissons. He kind of skated back into it, and VL just kind of extended. But like Marner for points tonight, yeah. Adam is going crazy. Is he actually? That's the one thing about streaming right now. I really want to be in their stream. I don't think he'll crash out, to be honest, because from my perspective, they needed the divorce to happen to know what the problem was, and now they can clearly say that it was not Mitch Marner, right? They needed to have something different because they did the same thing over and over again, and nothing ever worked. And now they know that it was not the numbers on the back, but the crest on the front. That was the problem. Mitch Marner, yes, it's game three. Yes, he can get points or whatever. And he has shown up in these playoffs. I do not think Steve will crash out. If he wanted to for views, he definitely could. But like legitimately, they had been calling for it for years. He's still like I don't know. I'm so yeah. Vegas is on the power play. I didn't put up the power play graphic. Whatever. Um, he sometimes just starts yelling regardless. Yeah, 100%. There was a tweet from someone that said the Mitch Marner situation is like if you had a boyfriend who would never cook for you, and then you break up, and he starts making gourmet meals for his new girlfriend. Hurdle shot, and Steve Dangle retweeted that. Um, Vegas shots 18-0 or 18-21. Huso trapezoid penalty in the modern NHL. Yeah, that's a penalty. Ville Huso. Vegas is going to have a minute and 55-second power play to start the third period with with 19 seconds of that being 5-on-3. In the Fed, which is the FPHL, the Single A Professional Hockey League that I work for, they don't have that rule. The trapezoid, the rule book for the NHL is the exact same as for their league, except they do not have a trapezoid rule. It's the most bizarre thing. So goalies will go out and just play it and all that jazz. And I've seen goalies run over. It's the Fed. It's like one of the things of the Fed. It's like just the number 3 or 4 penalty in the league was fighting. So like they keep statistics on that and all that jazz. It's a fun time. All right. I'm gonna add the penalty. I'm gonna put Husso's number, even though he's not gonna serve it. And I'm gonna let the clock run down. Mitch Marner with a playoff hat trick in Game 3 to lead the Vegas Golden Knights to be up 5-0 against the Anaheim Ducks. This is the most. This is Dostal was not the problem, but he wasn't playing well. Like I agree that Dostal was not the problem. It's just the goal that he let in from McNabb was not good. And then Husso comes in, and the goal that he just let Marner have was not good at all. The second goal that Marner scored, I can't really blame on Husso, just like how I don't blame Marner's first goal on Dostal. But that third goal is the hat trick goal should not have gone in. That's it doesn't matter, right? We're up 5-0. Anything can happen. Everyone, yeah, 5-0. This is not how I thought today was going to go. This is I am so okay. Before this game, I felt like it was going to go to overtime. If it goes to overtime, I might lose my mind. And anything's possible. This is the NHL. This is the modern NHL. I've seen uh I've heard legends of teams allowing 5 goals in the third period, up 5-0. Anything can happen. And Anaheim's a good team. I think they could pull it off. Mitch Marner has scored me 57 fantasy points today by himself. I don't. Can I? That's insane. I don't know what to do with myself. Let's go. I'm so happy. Anaheim fans, if there are any in here, I am not sorry, but like I can understand feeling upset. So it is the second intermission. I am going to take a 10-minute break and uh, tune into Adam Wild's stream for a little bit to just see what's going on there. But I will be back before the start of the third period. So thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. I will be right back and just take a 10-minute break. Hello, I'm back. Typical number one Ducks fan. This is terrible. I'm sorry, man. I get it. I am not sorry that it's happening. I am sorry that you're feeling the way that you do feel. Because, sports are fun. They're supposed to be. And hey, if it's any consolation, I totally believe Anaheim could pull a 5-0 big like game against Vegas at some point in the series. Like game 4. It could happen. Who knows? You know? Minnesota did a 5-6-1 victory against the Stars in round one, game one. And then, how do I take this off? What is this? What is on my screen? Close. How do something is on my screen and I don't know how to get it off. There it is. Cool. Yeah. Hey, hi. My name's Tyler Okamoto. If you're new here, hi. I'm a Vegas fan. I'm a hockey fan first, but a huge Vegas fan, and the Vegas Golden Knights are up 5-0 against the Anaheim Ducks. This is the best Vegas has looked at all this entire series, not just like this game. Like it's in general. Frames are skipping. I'm sorry. I'm new to streaming. This is fun. But I don't know how to fix or solve any of this. So hopefully my audio is coming through clearly, even if my video is choppy. Um, my internet is not even letting me. I tried looking at Adam Wild stream, and that's fun. Um, I was not expecting anything remotely close to this. This is the most wide open a game has been so far in the series, and the fact that it's benefiting Vegas also has me bewildered because up until this point, Anaheim has been dominating the series, and now Vegas comes out and pulls off this kind of performance on the road in Anaheim, and in large part, I'm gonna credit this to Shea Theodore getting us on the board early. That goal made the entire difference because the rest of this game, Vegas has looked like how Vegas played against Utah last series, especially in games 4, 5, and 6. That being said, there is still plenty of hockey to go. The third period is 20 minutes, and I have seen the Vegas Golden Knights blow leads all season. I've seen them blow leads in the playoffs basically their entire existence since 2019. All it'll take is one major power play to completely flip this game on its head. This season, the Vegas Golden Knights blew a 3 goal lead, allowing 4 goals straight, and needing to come back and win that game in overtime. Do I think it's likely? No. Am I glad it's not likely? Yes. However, anything can happen. We'll see. Uh, this is huge. This is hopefully not a one-hit wonder. Hopefully, Vegas is able to score the rest of the series because, and they didn't use all their scoring up now. Um, this is insane. This is crazy, and I am loving it. Ba da ba ba ba. Oh boy. I if I had to like no, I'm not making any requests for anything. Mitch Martin scored a hat trick. His first postseason hat trick of his career with and on top of that, he had the primary assist on the shorthanded goal, and this was pointed out earlier in chat by Shiny Wintertide. That is his third primary assist on shorthanded goals. All three shorthanded goals that Vegas has had this series, the playoffs, I believe, have been primarily assisted by Mitch Marner. Brett Howden has scored 2. Braden McNabb has scored the third. Nick Dowd, 2015 Calder Cup champions with Paul Bissonnette. Interesting for the Ontario Reign, LA Kings minor league team. I am opening up Sour Patch Kids because they are not crunchy, and so I can actually eat them while streaming, hopefully. Um, I don't know. We'll see. Especially because these are picking up any sounds that I make, so I might not. Um, this is crazy. Dylan Coughlin's also making his playoff NHL playoff debut, despite the fact that he's played for over his career. Vegas started off his career there, and then he went to Carolina, where he was there for 2 seasons. He only got into like 18 games with them total, and then the Winnipeg Jets for a season where he got into 6 games. But during all 3 of those seasons, those teams were contending and they were in the playoffs. And Carolina made deep runs at least one of those times, and Winnipeg made it to the second round that time. Um, this is his first season of playoff hockey since 2019, where he was with Chicago and they played in the playoffs. Uh, and then the lot before that, he had the playoffs in the WHL when he was with the Tri City Americans. I'm glad my sound has no problem. Thank you. Um, so this is his first professional playoff games since 2019, other than the 3 games he had with Henderson, and he hasn't looked terrible. He hasn't had as many gaffes as I've seen Korzak make in the previous. The thing is too, I literally never thought I'd say this the entire regular season. I'm sorry, it's freezing again. Yeah, it's skipping frames. I do not know how to fix this. I really want to know how to figure that out. Um, I will. I need to look at this. I need to remember that I need to look at this after the stream because I can't look at it during. I don't know what I'm doing. I miss Jeremy Lauzon. He really came into his own at the end of the regular season. He committed way too many penalties, and it was his first hockey in like a year and a half after coming out with an injury against when he was with Nashville. I man, but he really came into his own. He, in the beginning of the Utah series, was a really good physical presence that didn't make that many defensive errors. My hair is insane. I want to put the hat back on, but that's weird because he scored a hat trick and he threw it, so I can't put it back on. um, and he just I feel like his game really suits being a third line or a third pair D man in the playoffs. And so not having him has been not great. Ben Hutton hasn't been fantastic, but he's been decent enough. Him and Korzak last game though struggled. And so Torts pulling him out, putting in Coughlin for Coughlin's first NHL playoff game. It's kind of an insane take, but it is what it is, and it's his best right-handed D-man that was with Henderson. So everyone is bagging on Toronto. Cole Bagley, a reporter with KSL Sports, who was Utah's reporter throughout for the Mammoth, he said so. It was Toronto after all. Natural Hattie and a Gordie Howe hat trick in the same game. Um, that would be insane. Yeah, no, that's a let's see. So they would need to have 3 goals, an assist, and a fight. So I mean, Marner, if he fights someone, which I don't think that's gonna happen. Start of the third period. Here we go. Vegas has 5-on-3 for 12 seconds so they can get set up before it becomes just a power play for another minute and a half. Eichel shot. Marner behind the net gets it back to Eichel. Eichel comes up, shot, and uh, Husso will just stop it. No, stop. No, stop. Um, Odds are, in my opinion, the Anaheim Ducks go back to Dostal, uh, yeah, for Game 4 and just bank on them all playing a bit better. Vegas shots are 19-21. Minute and a half on the power play to start this third period. Vegas doesn't need to do anything, but like, why not? Eichel comes away with the puck. Tried to force it to Dorofeev, couldn't quite get it there through skates. Eichel sends it back to Hurdle. Hurdle back to and missed Marner. This is the 5 forward setup that the power play saw throughout the regular season, and it's here in the postseason again. Maybe they started it off like that in Utah, but I do not remember. Sissons being on power play 1 instead of Mark Stone, who I don't think has seen the ice much. I know we saw him back on the bench, but I don't know if he's played since. Hurdle, 40 seconds left on the power play, drops it. Eichel now has it, and he lost it. Here comes Anaheim. Shot, but he kind of didn't get a lot on that shot. Anaheim will send it back into their own zone into the corner if Husso doesn't play it in the trapezoid again. Mostly Anaheim's just killing time here. Theodore grabs the puck. He's in the defensive zone. There's 10 seconds left on the power play. If they really wanted to force a rush, they could. Barbashev enters the zone, drops it. Carlson battles with Seneca. No, who is that? 42 is the guy who had the empty net for Anaheim. And puck went out of play. Golden Knights go. Go, Knights, go. Vegas' fourth line goes out there. I think Vegas' goalie has been good tonight. I don't know that he's made any like 10 bell saves. I think Vegas' whole system tonight has been really solid. And the most dangerous shot, according to the TNT panel and the Discover save of the night, was when Ross Johnston had like 3 whacks at it deep in the crease. So like he's been good, he's been solid, but like I don't know that. Like I think Vegas has just played a really solid game. Vegas wins. Nope. The draw's still up in the air. Yeah, honestly, having a goalie lock in at all would be good for Vegas because that was the big question mark entering the playoffs, right? Aiden Hill didn't have good numbers and failed the eye test worse than his numbers let on. And Akira Schmid starting was like he's a decent third option, 100%. And in relief was fantastic. But like for some reason, the coaches don't want to have a goalie play just the beginning and then allow 0 goals because William Karlsson had a really good shot deep into the slot. Howden dropped it for Carlson, and Carlson was right there, and Huso made the save. Coaches don't want to try my strategy suggestion of starting any goalie for like 10 minutes and then switching to Akira Schmid no matter what happened, and then letting him play the rest of the game cold because like Barbashev tried to tip it in. Johnston kind of like hit Doro in the head, but like I would not be surprised if the refs just kind of let anything go because this game is over. Not it's not, but like from their perspective. Hill was an interesting discussion last postseason, and obviously hindsight's 2020. But um, I can't blame Vegas for making the decision that they did, choosing Hill over Thompson. I know Thompson had requested a trade or whatever, but like if they had said we'll keep you as our starter and then said goodbye to Hill, like that would have been kind of insane after he literally like was huge for us in that cup run. It's the same discussion that the Penguins had with Murray and Fleury, right? They had to let one goalie go, and they chose to let go of Fleury in the expansion draft, which made a ton of sense. Matt Murray in the Stanley Cup Finals in 2016 and 17 was unbelievable. And so they had to protect, they can only protect one. They protected Murray, and he was the younger one. But after the expansion draft, Fleury outplayed Murray 100%. And that was a decision that I don't know. Like, I think Pittsburgh kind of regretted it, but like at the time, no one could blame them for making that decision. And I think it's a similar situation with Hill and Thompson because Hill led us to that cup run, and a goalie that leads their team to a cup run, like Bennington making six, like made sense for Blues fans 100%. And it makes sense for Hill, kind of. Like Bobrovsky makes what 10. Granted, the goalie situation has been kind of voodoo, and it's been getting Eichel fed Sissons, and I don't know if he didn't get it or the Huso just made a save, but like Vegas is not letting Anaheim shoot at all. Vegas is continuing to shoot. This is exactly what they need to do. Is they need to keep going, right? To not let off the gas. They need to. This is exactly how I would want them to play. Up 5-0. This is great. Uh, Anaheim is just. They seem discombobulated. I don't know. Some of their passes are not as crisp. They are not as connected with each other, and just Minchikov shot Kalorn in the crease trying to muck things up, but Vegas goalie sees it and makes a save. And my clock is ticking again, even though I've asked it to stop. There is a TV timeout. I believe this is the first of the third period. Yeah, the Hill discussion is going to be interesting. Um, I don't know. It really depends on how the rest of this playoffs go. This is the Vegas. I think this is the Vegas, and this is kind of the Anaheim that most people expected for this season. But the I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle for the rest of the series, where Anaheim's going to play better. Of course they are. Like this is, if I was an Anaheim fan, I would be saying, "Hey, this is one game. It's a blowout. Whatever. You just got to completely forget that it happened. Move on." It's the same as if it was a 1-0 nail biter throughout the rest. Like the result wise is the exact same. Just got to get back to their game and play with pace as they did in the first two and dominate Vegas. They showed that they could do it in Vegas, right? Um, that being said, like if if you're Vegas, you've got to be feeling really good and want to keep up with this momentum and all that jazz. And hopefully, Stone is okay and is able to actually continue playing throughout the series. Hopefully, Eichel can find his game too, because Mitch Marner, like I had said this when the Marner trade happened, but um, I thought it would be funny for one of two things to happen. Either, like, as a Vegas fan, it would not have been funny to me. It would have been ironic, but both Toronto and Vegas to miss the playoffs, which could have happened, uh, or Vegas to win the Stanley Cup with Mitch Marner getting the Conn Smythe, are the two funniest things that could have happened as an objective hockey fan. And, well, one of those is more likely than the other at this point. Um, this is I don't know what to say, man. Anaheim keeps it in. Killorn back to the middle. Killorn tries. It's loose. It's in. Shutout is broken. Anaheim scores to Chris Paul hits a jumper to cut the lead to 47. Um, hey, good for Anaheim. And their fans are there. They're waving their towels. That's fantastic to see. Like, legitimately. Killorn, Vegas can't clear. Anaheim enters. Killorn gets it and it squeaks past Hart. And then is that Seneca? Seneca beats Sissons and Anderson to that puck that's lying there in the middle of the crease and taps it in to give Anaheim their first goal of game three. Seneca scoring the first goal for Anaheim in back-to-back games. Beckett Seneca is fantastic. I obviously Matthew Schaefer is going to win the Calder. Beckett Seneca, 100% should be up in that, like, as a finalist for that. I think he is, right? It was him, Demidov, as the other two finalists, even though I know Schaefer is going to win it. Broke the shutout. Vegas broke Dostal shutout last game. Like, I'm not mad, honestly. Like, I don't care about shutouts anymore. If I'm being honest, I don't know if that's a product of having Hill as our goalie for the past 2 years and him playing the way that he has, or who's in net for Vegas. But like, I really don't care. Like, and I am a goalie. I love playing goalie. The fans stuck around, yeah, and they're waiting on like. I remember, oh, what was it? Game 6, Vegas versus Dallas, 2023, right? The Vegas was up huge in that game, and it was the second intermission. And as soon as the second intermission started, Dallas fans started leaving, which fans are allowed to do whatever they want. I'm not going to gatekeep fans from doing. And like, for some people that are attending games, the hockey game is not their biggest priority in their life. Personally, for me, I would not be able to. I would. You could not pry me out of that building before a playoff game is over. I need to stop the clock. Stop! I said stop. That's Toy Story 2. That's what I'm thinking of. Killorn is trying to get Anderson to go, and Anderson's like, no, you absolutely do not go when you're up 5-1. Eichel kind of got slashed a little bit there in the hands, but yeah, no, like, you could not prime me from that building before the game was over, and even if Vegas was losing 10-0, Marner could have gotten his fourth, but Husso made a save. He looked disappointed after not scoring that too. That's funny. I love that. Anaheim's coming the other way. The fans are are like there, eh? 84 games next season. Yeah, season tickets. Man, to have season tickets to the Golden Knights, I would need to live in Vegas again. But exactly, paying that much for playoff tickets. Why would you leave? Um, I get it. Like hockey is an expensive sport, and so like a lot of the fans are. Oh, Jackson Lacombe intercepts a pass that was if it got to Hurdle, he would have been all alone with Huso. Kreider the other way takes a shot, but it's blocked into the corner by McNabb. Um, I don't know. I've seen fans leave when their team's getting blown out, and I can't like I understand like whatever, but like I don't know. It took me a while, but it was Glenn Anderson back in 1988 against the Jets. Really, it makes sense that it would be 80s hockey that would have that. Hey, David, good good job finding that, man. In the playoffs too. That's crazy. 88. Barbashev laid a hit on who was that? Hines. Minchikov back to collect, sends it over to John Carlson. John back to Minchikov. Gets it up to Seneca. Seneca rips one, but Vegas' goalie makes a stop. And now Killorn is just going after Anderson. Every shot they're on the ice together. Anderson staring at the Anaheim players, like not even paying attention to Killorn, which that's what he does. He does the stare down every time he scores in an opposing building. Marner off the post. Huso didn't even save that. The audacity for Mitch Marner to be upset after not scoring his fourth goal. We are about halfway through the third period. Shots are Vegas 25, Anaheim 24. Vegas is up 5-1. Anaheim's running out of time. They need to score one goal every 2.5 minutes. Regular season Jumbo Joe 2002 against Washington. Joe Thornton on the Bruins. It's crazy to me that he was a Bruin for as long as he was because like he's a shark in my head. Remember when he was a Maple Leaf? That was crazy. Killorn with the puck behind the net. Sends it around. Granlund back to the point. Lacombe? Carlson. Shot swallowed up by Vegas' goalie. They're starting things after every whistle. If I'm Anaheim, of course I am. You need to try to get Vegas to do something or get in their heads or whatever they're doing. Um, we're going to go to our second TV timeout. Wow. The Vegas Golden Knights are playing one heck of a game, man. And Anaheim is still there. They're still knocking, but oh boy. Ville Husso was a Blue, right? That's where he got his start in the NHL. Yep, he was the St. Louis Blues. And then he got traded to signed with Detroit, where things did not work out for him there either. Detroit and they're just random assortment of goalies. They finally got John Gibson, and he did well for them until they drastically fell off a cliff to end the season. Arizona Coyote. I really hope they bring back Arizona. I remember, um, like, I don't know, man. The thing is like, why try again in these failed locations? The owner, Morello, I think was his name, and Atlanta ownership was also just terrible. One of that shutout. I get it. I don't care about shutouts with Vegas. I play goalie. I love playing goalie. And so you'd think I do. I loved it when it was Flurry. He had the donuts with Krispy Kreme and all that jazz, and Leonard and Logan Thompson, Aiden Hill when he first that was a part of the Golden Knights. Love it, but like I don't know, man. Mitch Marner goes so crazy. His patience with the puck is insane. Yes, and I was talking about this earlier when he had the primary assist on the shorthanded goal. It was specifically uh, his. He got the puck in the defensive zone, and instead of just dumping it out and going for a change, he actually skated up with it and waited for reinforcements. Braden McNabb dropped it for him and then threw it in. Like it was just such a good play that was patient. His patience with the puck there, yeah, but then also like as a goal scorer too, like fantastic. Got to send that message. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, do you have a playoff game? We don't have to sweat out. I'm sorry, Joseph. I have no idea what that meant. It's 12 o'clock here for me, so my reading comprehension is down drastically. Typical playoff hockey. One game you look bad, next you look great. Yeah, I also think it's like Anaheim's losing by 4, right? They mm, almost were losing by 3. Uh, they want to drag Vegas down, get them to start committing stupid stuff. I am so sorry. I'm freezing again. Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate it. I gotta figure this out. So before my next live stream, I will definitely figure this out. I did not start the scorecard again. Vegas collapsing in front of their goalie. I think that's what they were just talking about. They're targeting Rasmus Anderson. Why are they targeting Anderson? Is there something I'm missing there? Eichel, the other way. Barbashev behind the net sends it back. Anaheim will. No. Yep. Anaheim will grab it. Troy Terry up to John Carlson. Pink Box Donuts. Yeah, my in-laws, they have my grandparents. I have grandparents from my wife's side that are in St. George, and there's a pink box in there. And every time they drive there, they take a picture of the pink box that's there and send it to us, and they're like, "Hey, thinking of you guys." And I'm like, "Man, that's cool," because like pink box donuts, I remember in high school, those were a huge thing. This was before Vegas had a team, and this, to see how much they've grown since then has been kind of cool. Birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, let's go. Beating your opponents in the playoffs on your birthday is a fantastic birthday wish. Back in 2021, the only time in my life, probably, Anaheim is attacking, that a game will be played on my birthday because my birthday is August 15th, and uh, they don't play hockey on August 15th. Uh, Marc Andre Fleury played that game, and he's my favorite player of all time. That was the one game he played in the first round against the Blackhawks, and it was on my birthday, and they won, and I loved that. 2020, not 2021. It was 2020. That was like such a good birthday for me. I loved that. There was a auction. Oh, Seneca got hit or something. I don't know. He made a face, and wow, Cole Smith with speed, dude, just outraced two of Anaheim's guys. That's crazy. Yes, happy birthday. Let's go. Go Knights, go. This is fantastic. Probably to get him off his game, that makes sense. It's nice to have a playoff game that we do not have to sweat out. Yes, no, not bad typing on your part. That makes sense. My audio is freezing now. Darn it. Cole Smith almost. Yeah, I did not know that Cole Smith was that fast. 5 minutes left to go in the third period. Vegas is up 5-1. And unless Anaheim scores 1 goal a minute for the rest of this game, Vegas is going to leave there. Oh, jeez. Okay, don't get ahead of myself. Anaheim scores again. Chris Kreider, 5-2. Anything can happen. I've seen Vegas blow 5 goal or